What is going on, people? Shout out to everybody that's here. Of course, I'm Jay the Black, back live once again. Shout out to Mina's Nice Guy with his super chat, as well as Nick the Magnificent. Shout out to both of y'all for getting it started in the super chat. I haven't gone live since Thursday. And for those of you who may have noticed, I have been putting up a little bit more content, but that's by design. I'm working towards building my basic social politics channel. You can find that channel pinned in the comment section right now. Make sure not only you go over there and subscribe, you click the notification bell. Okay? And because I want to just mainly focus on doing live streams. Y'all know I have a propensity to put videos here frequently, right? I want to do less and less of that. And that's because eventually I was going to move everything over to the basic social politics channel. And this be more towards live streaming, because there'll be people who will see maybe a notification or a video pop up from this channel and they'll think that it's a live stream, but it's a video. And I want it to be more geared towards live stream. Doesn't mean I may or may not post videos here and there. Stream clips will still probably go here. But I mainly am working towards building up the basic social politics channel, which I've been putting off for a while. But I want to make it a point to build that channel up. So y'all go over there and subscribe, click notification bell. And let me know you're over there by going into the comment section of one of the new videos and let me know that you're there. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the channel members. Shout out to the Patreons. Speaking of Patreon, I just posted a new Patreon video today about the 22-year-old lazy bum who decided to kill his mother because she told his lazy ass to get a job. So he threw his life away, all because he did not want to do what his mother asked him to do. Which is, it just shows you that we are, this society is raising a bunch of weak, effeminate males. You know, the same type of males that some of these helpers want to argue back and forth with. Here's the Patreon. Shout out to Eric Bird. Right? And this stream might be a little bit all over the place because there's a lot of things on my mind. Yeah, shout out there. There's a lot of things on my mind that I want to be able to speak about today. There's a lot that has been going on, but there's also some things that are quite ironic, you know? So, let's see.
Glad you lived, Jay. No sports for me this week. Tears of Joy's eye.
Yeah, it's going to be very sports light moving forward. Maybe some other sports we don't care about. But for the most part, yeah, man, it's gonna be sportsless, you know. So y'all can tune into the live streams, but make sure that y'all like this stream and share it everywhere you can, right? Because a lot of people gonna need to hear this. So let's see who's here. Let's see who's in the chat. Sydney, what's going on? First, True, Illa Dre, Shy. Book Outer Case, Vern 85, Christina, what's going on? Nevia TV, Big Facts OG, the Ignomatic one, G, Mill, 25 Kid, Alex, P West, the Rapper, Hugo, Black and Proud, Cannon, Notorious, Ashley, what's going on? Ashley Barber, Chigozy. JFW, Pop Smoke, Lando, Nate Dogg, Not Important, Mina's Nice Guy, Sonny, Eric, Roxy, Ashley Barber, Chigozy, Jay FW, Pop Smoke, Lando, Nate Dogg, Not Important, Mina's Nice Guy, Sonny, Eric, Roxy, Jay FW, Pop Smoke, Lando, Nate Dogg, Not Important, Mina's Nice Guy, Sonny, Eric, Roxy. see. Lamar, Nello, Gerald. Shout out to Ernest, Ada. Appreciate that, man. D Breakdown. Brent, Fred Beats. You like the stream as y'all come in, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things on my mind. I was actually I told y'all, man, yesterday I was dead set on going live and speaking about that melanated, that black female that decided to attack the white female, the Caucasian female, because she was dating a black man. I was gonna go live on that. I was gonna go live on that because I find it very funny how you have women on this very platform who will say things like black men don't like when black women are with white men in public, right? They will say these things, right? And we'll stare at them or even approach them. But have y'all heard about a melanated man attacking one of these white dudes because he was with a black female? Trying to stab him with car keys, then going to the car to get a weapon. Have y'all heard anything like that? Because I don't think I have. But we've seen this before. I told y'all, this might have been, a year or two ago, that there was a female who made a video recording this melanated man with his Caucasian girlfriend or wife, and they were in the parking lot minding their business, and she's sitting in her car recording them and putting it on YouTube. I told y'all something is wrong with these women. I don't know, because they have all these options. It's good, Nagoya. They got all these options, but they're so fixated on who we with. And you're willing to go and attack somebody. You're willing to lose your freedom because two people are minding their business. And maybe because you were very attracted to this guy, because that has to be what it is, right? You see a black, if it was a melanated man you weren't attracted to, maybe you would care less. But why would you get out of your car and attack somebody you don't know? What if that woman was packing? What if that woman was carrying? That whole story could have been a whole lot different. That story could have been a whole lot different. It's okay for those women to attack melanated men when they're with Caucasian women, right? But if a melanated man stares at one of these melanated women with a non-melanated man, oh my God, look at them. They're hating. Look at them. Look how they're looking at us. We don't belong to you. Hey, black women, black men don't belong to you. Just like you don't belong to us. And we've known that for quite some time. Okay? Getting in your feels because a guy you're attracted to is dating another race of woman.
Unfortunately, the beta didn't even help his Becky.
Yeah, because, in his mind, that was, said that was a big woman. So maybe he thought he didn't want that smoke. But a lot of these guys are afraid of black women. That's why black women are not afraid of black men. They're not. They're not afraid of black men. This whole narrative that black women need protection, once again, it's a play for sympathy. Undeserved sympathy. It really is. There's also something else I want to talk about. How you have lighter skinned women out here, right? Or non-melanated women who, for the most part, get flack Like y'all know I did the video about Danny Lee, right? Or Danny Lay. I did the video about her yesterday. And about her and the baby breaking up, right? And how she made that song that went viral about loving her light skin. And it made all of these women upset.
He should have hired Chad Wheeler for security, thinking face.
Chad Wheeler security. Make sure y'all like the stream, man.
Beta male simps unfortunately enable the B-dub to act like German shepherds. I see it in this chat as we speak.
Sure, Yusuke. Like, what do you see in the chat? Who's enabling what? I don't think these guys are enabling anything. I think if a woman acts respectable, they're going to be treated with respect. You see, I don't see the need to disrespect anybody or dislike anybody, right? But if you act a certain way, you're going to be treated like that. Just like the woman that wanted to attack the Caucasian female for no reason. Because maybe she had a flashback. I don't know. But you got a lot of broken people, and we're going to talk about broken people. We're going to talk about brokenness. There's a lot of broken, hurt people out here. It's a lot of broke, hurt people out here. Don't matter if they're male or female. It don't matter. No, the person that we are talking about is somebody I made a video about today. Her name is Young Miami from the City Girls. If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, I highly suggest you take the time to go look at the video first to get a sense of what I'm speaking about. Okay? She made this tweet. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put this up so y'all can get the gist of what I'm speaking about. So y'all know what I'm speaking about. So hold on. Let me see if I can get it on screen here. All right. Let's see if we can get it on screen here. Okay, let me get this on screen. We talking about this here. This what we talking about. We talking about that. I made a video based off that tweet, and y'all can check that video out in the description box. So y'all get the gist of what I am saying. All right. Says gotta argue with him. Niggas love a toxic bitch. That's what the video was the premise of it was. Right? So y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. This tweet had 14,000 likes. So there's 14,000 mentally disturbed people that like this tweet. 14,000 likes over her basically saying that men like toxic women. No, we don't. No, we don't. But not only did 14,000 like the tweet, but 3,600, excuse me, like the tweet. And they agree with her. Look at some of the comments. They agree with her too. Right? And one of the reasons for me making a video was to push back on this idea that we like toxic women. When we don't want no toxic heifers. We're not looking for toxic heifers. We are not. We don't. I told y'all, I don't have. Listen, man, I'm not about to sit here and and be in no toxic relationship with no woman. I don't have the energy for it. But I guess some of these males got the energy for it. And those be the guys they like getting into relationships with. Let me see if I can. Go to the page here. Now I got to go and find it. Now it has 15,000. Let me make some tad adjustments here. Just give me a second, people. I got to make some adjustments to some things. Okay. But I want y'all to ponder while I do something real quick. Okay. All right. But let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get this on the screen. Can I get this on the screen? Ponder. Okay.
Women with low bar expectations lead to low quality lifestyle.
Thanks, appreciate that, man. Now this is the timeline here. As you can see, it has only increased, and that's the tweet. Y'all can go there and you can leave your comments. Now I want y'all to really gauge that there are a lot of people who agree with her. We have a very broken, mixed up culture, right? And let me just say this too, because I also posted I got to say this. Okay. 1 2 1 2. I posted a video today about Young Thug, right? And I talked about how he made a whole video, and hopefully y'all seen it. I'm pretty sure y'all should have. And I even put his video in front of the commentary, right? And he basically said, listen, if you a ball player and you want one of my hoes, you still my brother, right? And basically the title of my video was Young Thug is cool with NBA players trying to smash girls he's dated. I put that on Twitter, and I had this moron try to say, well, that's not what he said. Okay, that's not word for word what he said, but that was basically the gist of what he was saying, because a lot of these guys are sharing women. A lot of these guys know exactly who's smashing who because they're all smashing the same women. That's why ABCs are rampant all over the place. You got these chicks having babies by different rappers or different athletes. 1 minute they're with this guy, another minute they're with this guy. All right? They're just out here sharing. It's a big sharing fest. Okay? I told y'all the stream is kind of going to be all over the place. It's a sharing fest out here.
Some Atlanta Hawk players with Young Thug X tears of joy.
Probably so. Well, you got these dudes trying to cap like that's not what he meant. That is totally what he meant. That is totally what he meant. All right? But these guys know that they're out here sharing women. It could be his ex. What's good, Lena? What's good, Sean? It could be the ex. It could be the current. He just said hoes. Okay? He's not talking in past tense. All right? These guys, these heifers are screwing everybody. These heifers is out here screwing everybody. Unless they married to one dude in particular that's not necessarily a part of these circles. Why y'all think some of these dudes hang together so much? Y'all don't think they're sharing women? Y'all don't think they're getting sloppy seconds and thirds and fourths? They're out here sharing everybody. Now, in the case of Young Miami, and again, I did a video on it. Hopefully y'all checked it out. I did a video on her. I talked about her saying that, there are guys out there that love a toxic female, right? I did the video about Young Thug. He talks about he's cool with, these ball players, quote unquote, trying to smash his heifers, right? We as a people, especially us as melanated people, we are very broken. We are very ignorant. We don't know what direction we're going in. We are just a lost group of people. And I see the illogic every single day. You got these fatherless males. You got women who were raised wrong. You got males who were raised wrong. And we are just in a very bad situation. This is why we're so vulnerable. Why do y'all think that politicians pander to us until they get elected and they do nothing for us? Because they don't respect us. Why do you think they go to the women when they want something instead of the men? They don't respect us. If people don't respect the men of your culture, they're not going to respect your culture at all. Because they can bypass you and go straight to the women. Right? Because it's easier to control women these days. You give them, you give them some money, some weave, and some vacation trips. Give her a title that doesn't mean anything. Oh, you can control them. You can control them. We're not respected as melanated people. We're really not. We're looked upon as a joke. Look at the males. The males are just as emotional and crazy as the women.
Emo young thug is realistic. He's aware that these hoes is for the streets, so there's no need in being mad over spilled milk.
Our FemaIes, I'm telling you, man, he knows it. But you got these simps. These simps don't want to embrace that. That's why, again, we're not respected as a group of people, because you got these males, these fatherless males. And I tweeted about it last night, and I don't know if it was last night, the night before, how these guys are just as emotional and sensitive as women. The worst thing you can be around, the worst person you can be around is an over emotional male, because you're mixing in estrogen, feminine energy with a male. That's a recipe for disaster. And those are the type of males that Young Miami and some of these other modern women, they want to be in relationships with dudes like that. Why would any woman in their right mind want to be with a guy that has toxic energy? What are you getting out of that? Listen, you can spar back and forth with your female friends, right? Why would you want to spar back and forth with the person that you're sleeping with, you're having relations with, you're living with, you're spending time with? Why would you want to have that type of environment? It's because they're comfortable in that environment. They're comfortable in an environment where it's toxic, because that's how they grew up. It's been normalized. And then they wonder why they can't keep a man. They're getting older and older, and they're getting lonelier and lonelier because they alienated their friends. They alienated family. The same dudes that was checking for them years ago ain't checking for them no more. So they're just a lost group of females. And then they want to look back at us as if we're the problem. No, those males that you were dating were the problem. Those effeminate, soft, weak, lame, fatherless males, those are the guys that you chose over guys with logic and common sense, because they didn't have enough swag.
A lot of Jaden Smith energy in these young dude, Rainbow.
That definitely may be true. But Jaden he's not outwardly emotional like some of these guys. Like, these guys try to pass themselves off as alpha males, which is a total lie, and it's a fabrication of what they're trying to be. But some of these women can't see through it. They can't see these guys for who they truly are, right? Then they want to talk about how they were fooled. They didn't know that this guy was leaning towards the other side, if you know what I mean. They were leaning more towards the other side.
Some of them want to use you, some of them want to be used by you, some of them want to abuse you, some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams by Eurythmics.
Thanks, C-Square, appreciate it. I just want to know from a lot of ladies that are going to be listening to this, And again, I'm not here to be disrespectful or to be crass or to just go in for no reason. I just want to know, why is it that you have females in 2021 talking about how men are preferring toxic women? Why a man wants to deal with a woman who's clearly crazy, who's clearly have psychological issues, who need counseling, who need help, who never had a father figure in their life? Why do they believe that men want that? What man wants to deal with a woman who clearly has issues? I think too many of the wrong people are getting into relationships for the wrong reasons. Right? They think that it's something fun about arguing with somebody that you're in an intimate relationship with. Listen, I know all relationships are not perfect. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, right? But to say that men like toxic women, you're basically saying that you're toxic. And that you think that men prefer women like you, because they will look at Young Miami without even knowing her and they will say, oh, she's not toxic. You know, she seemed like she will be, down to earth. She won't be as crazy. But then when you get around her and you realize that the outward, what you may think of her, is different than who she really is. That she likes that energy. She likes to go back and forth, right? And that's just not reserved for women who are in their early to mid 20s. You got women in their 30s and 40s that are getting into these same type of dysfunctional relationships, and they think that that's funny. They think that it's funny. They think it's hilarious to get into a toxic relationship with the guy, right? With the guy who's clearly emotional, has issues, and they see nothing wrong with it. They don't see nothing wrong with it until he done put hands on her. Now all of a sudden she can use this against him. This is ammo. Because she's not going to talk about the fact that she don't put hands on him. She's only going to discuss the fact that he put hands on her. Right? To sort of say, hey, that he did that. But she's not going to talk about the time she put hands on him. She ain't going to talk about the times that she dealt with other men outside of that relationship. She'll just talk about the fact that, he cheated. Have y'all noticed that women never leave the relationship because it turns volatile? They only leave a relationship when they find out that he done impregnated another woman or he done had a relationship with another woman. So all it takes is for him dealing with other women for you to leave. That just tells you everything you need to know about these modern day women, man. That's the only reason why they leave relationships. It's not because this guy's crazy. This guy likes to get into verbal or even physical altercations. No, that's not going to make you want to leave that relationship. What makes you leave is that he's dealing with other women, which shows that you care more about jealousy. That being the drawn that would be the thing that makes you want to leave the most, more than him getting. You know why? It's because these women are volatile too. These women are getting into these guys' faces. These women are putting hands on these guys. And they're only going to say he's the one that did all this once the relationship is over, and they want to paint that guy as a bad guy. Look at what's going on with Marilyn Manson. You got his ex making claims about him all this time later. Even claiming that he didn't like, that he would make certain remarks and didn't like people because of their skin tone or their ethnicity, right? And by the way, whenever a Caucasian woman is claiming that a Caucasian man doesn't like other groups of people, I'm not even going to listen to that, because they're only trying to weaponize it to fit their own narrative. So I'm not going to listen to that, because you dated them. You were in a relationship with them. So obviously you didn't care. And you bring it up. Why? Because you need something. You need a new punching bag, because the same person that they've been going at for 4 years ain't there no more. So they got to go at somebody else. They got to reinstitute this Me Too push. See, women like to withhold things until they want to weaponize it. They enjoy those toxic relationships until they're no longer in them, until they have seen the light, until they have met some sucker who done wifed them up and now they want to change their image. That's when they no longer want these type of relationships. But until then, they will waste the best years of their life on some dysfunctional male who ain't bringing nothing to the relationship. Nothing except himself. But everything else, she's pretty much taking care of him. And these females are wasting the best years of their life on these guys. But only when they've been single for years, they're lonely, is when they want to point the finger and talk about how most, if not all, men are a certain way, to make them feel good about their horrible choices in men. Then they'll talk about how badly these men treated them. But here you have Young Miami basically saying that men like toxic women. So that would mean that there are toxic women out here who are getting with these guys who are toxic themselves. And they are trying to, and for years they've been trying to push this narrative that it's only the men that are the problem. It's the men that got to do better. It's the men that has to protect these women. Are these women going to protect themselves and not get into relationships with detrimental men? Make those necessary changes? Are they going to do that? That's what we're looking for. But they want to turn themselves into victims when it fits the narrative. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream. Have y'all noticed an uptick in Me Too allegations since this new administration was sworn in? Men are starting to get thrown under the bus. They need a new target. They need a new target. Now they trying to Me Too guys. Right? That's why, man, listen. You got women, they will be in these dysfunctional relationships until they're sick of it, they're tired of it, or the dude done went to jail, or he done married another woman. Now all of a sudden they want to put these guys on blast as being abusive, as being woman beaters. Notifications are going off crazy. Like, do they know I'm live? Do they know I'm live? Do they know I'm live? Literally, I'm watching my little brother go through exactly what you're talking about, and they're both toxic. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. No man wants a toxic woman, ever. What man in the history of relationships have said, I want me a toxic, crazy? Only type of dudes that will say that are dudes who have mommy issues, man. And they need a combative, masculine woman to basically be the mother in a relationship that they can go back and forth with. I wouldn't want that. I would want a woman who understands her place in a relationship. Right? Because I'm not going to argue with no woman. Listen, you can fucking leave me alone before I ever sit up here and argue with you. I have things to do. I'm not about to sit here and humor you. Go humor one of them lames, them simps. Go humor them. They need a place to stay. Yeah, they'll argue with you because they need a place to stay. Or they will get on their hands and knees and cry so you don't kick them out the house. They watch it from the bushes with binoculars on. Shout out to Silent Gary. Appreciate it. I would rather kick you to the curb than sit up here and be in a toxic, emotional back and forth relationship with you. I'm not about to do that. I don't have time for that. I have other things that are more important than arguing with you. I'm not about to do it. You can go find somebody else that's willing to go back and forth with you. I'm not about to do that. Go deal one of them dudes that need that he's willing to do that because he's crazy too. He's emotional like a woman too.
When they realize their competition is transgenders, they're going to have to redirect that toxic energy that way. I call that karma, Jaye. Tears of joy.
Appreciate it. C-Square.
Look at the virtue signaling in the horrible Super Bowl commercials and TV shows. Queen Latifah beating up fully grown men, faced with rolling eyes. Me Too resurgence, nah.
Yeah. It's been a lot of virtue signaling because that they cowered to Twitter. Twitter controls mainstream media. They do. And whatever Twitter wants, they do. Like YouTube couldn't wait to celebrate Black History Month. They started celebrating Black History Month at 12 midnight, February 1st. Okay? And the thing about Queen Latifah, that was weird because I haven't seen Queen Latifah in an action film in, I don't think, ever. And all of a sudden now, have y'all noticed that these Hollywood, these long time Hollywood types like a Queen Latifah always can get a job? Like, why would you make an action show with Queen Latifah it's almost like she's being rewarded for being in the Hollywood swamp,
They cry like Fan Jones in order to not get kicked out by the girl. Loudly crying.
Right. Yeah, I remember I saw a video, man. This dude was on his knees crying, tears, because he didn't want his girl to kick him out. Those are the type of males we have out here. Those are the type of males that can vote. Those are the type of males that are out here having children. And y'all know what's funny? Those will be the type of males who get upset because of your political opinions. But they are bringing nothing to the community, quote unquote. They ain't bringing anything to the community except for child support debt. It's the only thing they bring into the community. And bragging about how many women they live off, they leech off of. You got these males, man. And y'all know what's funny? I notice YouTube is full of guys who I like to call in-betweeners. They are blue-pilled as fuck, but they have issues with women. But they expose themselves due to their political opinions. They vote and believe politically the same as the same women that they're complaining about.
I am sick of seeing black women on TV commercials.
Well, Benevolence, you're going to see them on commercials for quite some time. So if you want to avoid it, I would tell you not to watch TV. They're going to be everywhere. Black women are all over TV. They're on TV shows, movies. They're the lead in a lot of those. They're like the token black person. So you're going to have to be very used to that. But have y'all noticed these same guys, these women like to argue with? Look at their political opinions. They come to YouTube and other places mad at women, right? They got all this smoke for single mothers. They got all this smoke for women with weave. But as soon as you talk politics and how to really fix the community, they think the same way these women do. They think the same way these women do, which shows you that you have a bunch of these guys that are okay with the quote unquote community going to trash, as long as they're able to deceive women and live off women and control women, they're okay with everything being destroyed. But once those women take these guys to child support court, as soon as these women kick these dudes out the house, all of a sudden they want to claim that they are red pill. They want to claim that they're going their own way, when they're doing nothing more than perpetrating a fraud. They are what I call in-betweeners. They're only complaining because they can no longer deceive and manipulate the women that they're around. So now they're mad. How can you talk about single mothers and you got 5 kids out of wedlock by like 4 different women? You ain't learned shit. And let me say this too about age, because I told y'all this stream is going to be a little bit all over. I got a lot going on mentally. Follow my lead. Let me just say this. You know, don't tell me I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I got it. Have y'all noticed that you got these guys, right? I call them graybeards because they like to pull rank on you because of their age. You know, I became truly red pilled when I was about 24. And I became a content creator when I was 25. So I'm 31 now, right? And people will listen to me, right? And I will tell them how old I am, and they will say, wow, you're young, bro. You're young, right? But you will have these guys that are like 45, 46, 47 years old, right? Just discover YouTube or the internet, and then they want to speak, and then they want to pull rank as if they've lived more life than you have, right? But bro, it's not that you've lived more life than somebody. It's the fact that you've been a failure all those years and you never stopped to think, hey, maybe I shouldn't have all these kids. Maybe I should start my own business. Maybe I should take chances as far as, you know, seeking a better financial future for myself. Maybe I should stop living off these women. Maybe I should travel more. They never think about that until they see what you're doing. And then they say, well, I'm a little bit older than that guy. My life experiences mean more, but does it? Because you still haven't gained any success. You're still a failure. You still out here getting deceived and manipulated by women who you think you're manipulating, but really they're manipulating you. You paying that child support. You living off of them. At some point, you have to understand that you got to stop failing. Oh, yeah, I know, Lena. I know. If you don't know what the red pill is and you've been listening to me, I don't know what else to tell you. I may do a live stream on it. Right? So, just because you got gray hairs and just because you got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different women don't mean shit if you ain't built success for yourself. If you have not created your own lane, you can't tell me or anybody shit. You need to fix what you got going on first. Because obviously, you have not had the true red pill moment yet. If you still one of these in-betweeners, right?
They were young cowards, now are old cowards. Old man, dark skin tone, old man.
Right. He's at the side. All right.
Queen Latifah is too fat and old to beat up a grown man.
Well, you know, on TV, anybody can, they could put anybody on TV to be an action star, I guess. Anybody. Even Queen Latifah, who's done what action films over the years? Oh, none. Instead of putting a familiar face there that actually looked like they could kick a grown man's ass, they put Queen Latifah because she's a big black woman. Hold up, let me check something real quick. Shout out to Newton. Say keep speaking life and truth, brother, with the Cash App. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. All right. Hold on. Now, obviously, I want to see men do good. I want to see men do good. Right? I want to see men be successful. But you have to understand where you're at and who you are. Right? Set it off as an action movie. Set it off as a heist movie, right? But is it a action movie? Now, if it is, then that's up to y'all. I didn't really see it as an action movie. It was a movie that had some action in it, but I don't necessarily see it as an action movie. But okay. And I didn't say she wasn't in any. I just say when was the last time? I mean, Set It Off was 96. It was 96, right?
I got red pill, a 26 dumped my GF at the time, started a successful business and lost 70 pounds.
Wow.
Now I am 30, no children, single and happy. MG toe all day.
Well, that's good, Ken, that you've been able to do better. Hopefully that relationship just was putting you in the wrong energy, and being single and working on your business and yourself was the right move for you. But yeah, shout out to the success you have, right? But I'm looking at these people saying Set It Off was an action film. What? This is why I don't like looking at the chat room, man. Like, Set It Off was not an action film. Okay. This is why I don't like looking at the chat, man. Y'all gonna make me start cussing in here. All right. But and like the stream too. But as far as why I'm gonna say this, we have to want to be successful. And if you're one of these in-between guys that is super emotional, that you like your girl to be feisty and angry, that gets you off, then you're going to get exactly what you're asking for, because she's going to make your life miserable, bro. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Right? Now, I think that most men can say that they want a stable-minded woman, not an unstable-minded woman, not a woman who's looking to run and control, the relationship, not somebody who is super jealous, even though a lot of you males can get jealous. You want a woman who's going to be a woman, right? Who's going to be feminine, is going to embrace her femininity. It's not going to be seeking to control you, right? That's what we look for. I don't know any guy that's looking for a woman that is masculine, is looking for a woman who talks down to them, belittle them, emasculate them. I don't know any man that wants a woman like that. If you want a woman like that, you got both mommy and daddy issues. You got both mommy and daddy issues. What man who has his own, who's high valued, wants a disgruntled, angry, crazy, liberal-minded woman? But there are dudes out there that will date women like that. Voice deeper than theirs, right? Who is always yelling and arguing either with him or with other people, especially other women that they think that he's dealing with. Because y'all know these guys, right? There are guys out there, they actually like when their girlfriend gets into fights with other women over them. Bro, you not really running nothing if both of the women you dealing with are fighting each other. If you really got game, they will get along with each other. But you ain't got no game because you dealing with women that are controlling you. You ain't controlling them. If two women are fighting over you and are not collaborating or not getting along for your help, for your happiness, bro, you ain't got no game whatsoever. Okay? One of those women is running that situation and they want to control who you're around and who you're dealing with. Right? But yeah, if you listen, some of you guys, if you are actually into masculine women, I have to question whether you're into women, because once again, man, there are some very masculine women, look masculine, talk masculine, and they give off very masculine energy. I don't know if a guy, especially a guy who's heterosexual, will be wanting to, is attracted to that, wants to sleep with that. You know? Like, seriously. Now, I can understand women being jealous. It's normal for, I think, a lot of women to be jealous of a man dealing with other women, but not no woman who is
some men like
just
getting
super
beat
masculine.
up by Lizzo-sized women.
Right. Like, who's attracted to that? Are y'all attracted to a chick that's bigger than you? And I was thinking about this today. Or maybe yesterday, right? Why is it that some of you guys are walking around with women that are two times bigger than you? You got dudes literally walking around with women who are 2 times bigger than they are. And these aren't like, and I'm not talking about like the bony, slim guys. I'm talking about you got dudes that look like they're around 200, 210, 220. But that girl is even bigger than they are. And these dudes is walking around with these women. And I'm saying to myself, that chick is bigger than you, bruh. She could look like she could whoop your ass, man. She walking around looking like your bodyguard, man. But apparently women be out here choosing heavy on dudes that are way smaller than them. Like, how can you as a woman feel safe with a dude who's way smaller than you? Especially if the guy is skinny. Let's say the guy weighs 150, 160 pounds soaking wet. And you got a chick that's about 280, right? And she's about 5'8", 5'7". And she's like way bigger than you. And you looking at her like, oh, I better not say nothing to her. Listen, man, love is love, right? Love is love. We like who we like. I'm not here to shame y'all, but I just had that thought in my mind because y'all know I talked about the Bumble situation, right? With the fat shaming. I'm not a fat shamer. I'm not one of these people that's a fat shamer. I've seen cute girls, whether they're big, skinny. I've seen cute girls from different spectrums, right? But my thing is this. Why is it that women can say, you know what, I don't want a dude that's chubby, or I don't want a dude that's close to my size. I want a dude that's really, really slim and tall, 6'5", with a 6-pack and muscles, but I'm nowhere near in shape. But if a dude say, you know what, man, I want a girl who's slim, who's a little bit light skinned, all of a sudden he's a shamer. He's a fat shamer.
It's like Royal Rumble dating Lizzo-sized chicks grimace.
Right. Like, it's like they can judge us if we're not fit enough, if we're not tall enough. They can say, you know what, I don't want to be with him. They can say that, but we can't say that. Yeah, just like Norbit, like the Norbit film, right? Just like the Norbit film. They can judge us if we're not tall enough, if we're not in shape enough, we don't got 6-pack abs, right? But we're supposed to accept them, flaws and all, right? And if we say, you know what, I'm not into to big girls like that, you know, you're cute, but I'm just, I'm on a dating app. I'm being more forward about what I want, right? It's not like, you're being approached by this female and you're just being rude to her. Like, if you're on an online dating app, you pretty much put all the things that you're looking for, because it's a requirement, right? To put the things that you're looking for. Why would that be shaming? You're just talking about what you like. A lot of men do this. Yeah, listen, online, a lot of men are going to be forward. But in public, like, dudes ain't just walking up to chicks saying, you're too big for me.
It's because these dudes like to be manhandled and submissive themselves. Tears of joy.
Well, that is true. There are a lot of submissive males out here perpetrating complete frauds.
They are attracted to women who can bench press more than they can.
Maybe they are, man. Hey, everybody has a type, man. Everybody got a type, I guess. Everybody has a type. I'm not saying that you can't have a type. I'm just pointing out certain things that I think that's on a lot of people's minds, right?
I am old school and I want to see all you young brothers in good health and much success in 2021. Jaye, I am not a hater of young, intelligent men. Go get it. And
I appreciate that hidden in plain sight. And the thing, what I was speaking on, earlier, as far as the older guys, it's not necessarily like older guys that are successful, they're married, they're doing their own thing. I'm talking about these guys that want to come to you as if you don't know what you're talking about, right? They like to say, hey, I've lived more than you, I know more than you. And that's just not the case, because your level of success is nowhere near mine. And I'm just saying that with these guys, they like to sit there and stand back and try to talk down guys just because of their age, which I don't think that's right. I don't, because I don't talk down on nobody. I don't age shame or shit like that. But I have to point out certain things that are just bothersome to me. A rapper said they love to smash. You know what, Lena? Once again, man, these guys have fetishes that we have no idea. We have no idea. We have no idea what some of these guys' fetishes are. Some of these guys have a fetish for everything, right? They like some of everything. If there was a hole, as long as there's a hole, these guys will go towards it. You got weird guys out here.
Don't sleep on those fitness girls.
Oh, the jaw, I don't. If women are on there getting themselves in shape. Listen, I've seen a lot of women who are, doing their thing in the gym and whatnot. That's cool. That's good. I'm all for people bettering themselves. I'm just not one of those people that is about blame, that is about doubting yourself. I'm always about people going in the right direction, going in the positive direction, and not being held back. Make sure y'all like the stream too, man. On this Monday afternoon. If you haven't, make sure y'all go and subscribe to the Basic Social Politics channel. It is pinned at the top of the chat, right? But yeah, man, some of these guys will screw anything. They will screw a transformer. Just put I guess a wig on them or whatnot, and makeup on them, and these guys will smash, especially if they have a big ass. They will smash. These guys, some of these guys will screw anything. They will screw anything. So they'll be with women who are, big, small, but y'all know what though? These same guys will get on here and they will start capping. They will start capping. They know goddamn well they like some of everything. And then they will screw the Transformers. Then they will go right back to screwing women raw. Or you got dudes out here getting with other dudes. And then they will go right back to their baby's mothers or girlfriend, whoever. These guys have listen, there's no end to who they would screw. That's what's going on out here. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's true, man. These guys is out here screwing everything, man.
Jaye, I am done with rap. Either you're a simp or fake thug Drake is a simp.
Oh, man. Appreciate that benevolence. I'm telling you, man. These guys are out here screwing everything, man. And the thing is, they will get online and cap. They will try to call other men gay. But they're only projecting. They're only projecting their own insecurities onto other men. Like the dudes that like to talk about other men's looks. Then they like to call other men names.
Real men concentrate on financial independence and taking advantage of the Second Amendment. It's that simple. Being controlled or running after women is not part of the plan.
Thanks, Golden Gate. Appreciate it. I would assume a lot of men should. This is the best time to go and do work for yourself and create something on your own. You should not want to aspire to live off women. And some of these guys hate when I bring that up. But it's a reality that you cannot keep living off of women because women do not respect men like that, and they will do everything in their power to make your life miserable. If you can do for yourself and you're not doing for yourself, they will not only hold that against you, they will seek to destroy you. So I would hope a lot of these guys seek to do for themselves and figure out ways to get money to put their financial future ahead of chasing women. Because all that's going to do is get you in child support debt. Right? That's all it's going to do. It's going to get you in a bunch of credit woes because you haven't been able to fix your credit. You haven't bought any property. You don't own anything, right? You should seek to be conquerors, man, not peasants, not living off the government, not blaming everybody for why you are lazy. Just like the young male that shot his mother because he didn't want to get a job. That's the mentality that we have that is running rampant with black males, especially these young black males. They don't want to do nothing. It's either live off women or not. It's live off women or bust. Because they damn sure ain't looking to work for nothing. And I try to give people a reality check because they are living in a bubble mentally. They don't want to see what is going on out here. And the fact is that these women will make you feel comfortable living off of them. Meanwhile, they're getting college degrees. They're getting these corporate jobs. They're starting their own businesses. They are outmaneuvering you. And they're making you feel comfortable living off of them, which you never should be doing. I have no hate towards anybody, but I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. The fact is we have a culture of weak, sorry ass males, man. And these women are taking advantage of that. They will fill your head up with this white supremacy BS and how it's keeping you down, but it ain't keeping them down. It's not stopping them from getting degrees and and starting businesses and getting these corporate jobs and owning homes, and y'all out here making all these excuses. These same guys that are out here twerking for Joe Biden are the same guys who have the most issues with women. And they will complain about those issues, but when it comes time to actually doing for self, they don't want to do that. They want to vote the same way those women are voting. They want to keep things as is, even though it negatively affects you. You're putting yourself into a worse position and you don't even know it. But you expect for me to sympathize with you? I think not. I think not. I think, and let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all, it's on y'all. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. When they start to make things more and more heavily government control, and they're picking and choosing who gets to work where, what are you males gonna do? You offer nothing to anybody right now. You have no negotiating power. You gave your negotiating power years ago when you decided to vote for a party that does nothing for you. And yes, I'm bringing this up because it's very relevant to this discussion. Especially these melanated communities, they've become shitholes. And that's going to anger some of you, but it's the reality. And a bunch of them foreigners are all over those communities, running the economy in those communities. And they're hiring the black women, but they're not hiring the black men. So that makes it even worse that you can't even get jobs in your own community. So where you going to go? Are you going to go to the Arab community? You go to the Mexican community? Or are you going to go to the white community to get a job? Where you going to get a job from? You can't get a job in your own community. But those black women can get a job in that community. But you can't. Maybe they'll let you pick up the trash, Maybe they'll let you sweep the parking lot. They might let you do that for a couple of dollars or for a pack of cigarettes. But this is what happens when you put yourself in a submissive situation, man. You have nobody to blame but yourself at the end of the day. These neighborhoods are the foreigners run those communities. They talk to y'all any type of way. I've seen videos. They treat y'all they hire your women. They sleep with your women. But you want to blame it on the system of oppression. Ain't no white businesses in no community. You got the Arabs, you got the Indians, you got the Lebanese. Those are the people who are all in these communities, running these businesses. But we don't seek to understand that and seek to start our own businesses or seek to support each other in those ventures. No, we too busy trying to figure out who the scammers are. We too busy trying to attack. See, this is why black men are afraid to even try to do anything black related in black communities, because there are too many black people who are ready and willing to destroy it before it even gets off the ground. They're like, you are not going to take our victim status away from us. We want to be victims. We want a hug from white people. That's what we want. All the white women. That's what we want. Our reparations is white women. And being able to let these black women continue to get those government benefits that benefit us. And we wonder why we don't get respect. We wonder why we don't get respect. because we don't even control the money in our own communities. Look at the church. Look at the black church. Speaking about not giving a damn. Speaking about not giving a damn. What them preachers put in them neighborhoods? What businesses have they started? Can y'all name the businesses produced by any of your pastors? Can y'all name them? Maybe a barbershop? Maybe a chicken spot? Seafood spot? Clothing store? What have the pastors done with all the money that they get from these churches? Have they put any of it back into that community? And nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. When they're getting all this money from y'all that can barely pay your own bills, right? They don't even have a car, but they pay their dues. Man, we are in a very messed up situation, man. But you know who can help you fix your situation? It's you. It's not a black messiah. It's you. All right? It's up to you as an individual to fix your situation. It's up to us as men to build our situations, not the women. I see a lot of dudes attack other dudes for trying to do something for black people. That's sad, man. Jay, let's say a prayer for those types. Yeah, we definitely need to say a prayer. We need to have those definitely have those people in our prayers. But a lot of you dudes, man, I don't see a bright future for you with this administration. It's only going to get worse for you. They're going to criminalize you even harsher. And you dudes that owe child support, you dudes that owe spousal support, because it ain't just celebrities that are paying spousal support. They like to tell you that, but a lot of everyday dudes out here are paying spousal support right now. They done had to give up their house to their ex. Now they barely trying to make it on their own. It's up to you, gentlemen, to get yourself together. And you better do it before it's too late. You need to change your thinking and start to get yourself on the right path, because a lot of you are on the wrong path. Those women ain't going to take care of you dudes forever. They're going to get tired of taking care of y'all, and they're going to kick you to the curb sooner or later. I did a video on Patreon about the 22-year-old lazy bum that took his mother's life because she told him to get a job. See, his mother is from the continent of Africa. She's used to seeing men work and take care of their families. But she ended up raising an Americanized son who see what the other boys in the neighborhood do, nothing, and wanted to be just like them. And felt like he should be living off his mom, who have 7 other kids. And instead of him getting his shit together, he goes and takes this woman's life. That is the mentality that needs to go. That mentality needs to go. You can't say nothing about women until you get rid of that mentality. And that is what we have to look out for, gentlemen. We got to stop relying on women. I don't care how comfortable they make you feel. Being a broke bum. You need to change that. Because sooner or later, they're going to want to know what you're doing and how you can contribute. It's time to stop playing games. It's time to stop playing games. A lot of you dudes need to do better. Tim, you're a moron. Tim, why would I hate on a dysfunctional woman and who she dates? Because any woman that dates a guy that isn't bringing anything financially to that relationship or is a crazy lunatic, I'm not hating on that. But you got guys like this Tim guy who's used to living off women, his mother, maybe his aunts, his grandmother, being a complete burden. I would hate to have to be a burden on the women in my family. But some of y'all ain't, because you're not men, you're males. And you will always be treated as males. I see you as males. I don't respect men that live off women. Okay? Listen, everything that I have, I had to get it on my own. Be a man and stop living off these heifers. And it ain't gonna get any easier. Especially if you have a liberal mindset like the women that you're around. And that's what you don't like. Well, too bad. You're not a real man. You're a male. I don't care how many dysfunctional, crazy, desperate women you're sleeping with. I would never want to deal with a woman who's desperate enough to deal with me because I'm broke. That's desperation. I don't want to deal with no desperate woman. But some of you guys are. Your whole life is wrapped up in trying to live off of some woman, especially your mother. You're living your burdens on your mother and your grandmother. You're arguing with women. Tim, you don't care what I think, but you're here. You're listening to me. You're learning. Listen, you're learning something. You're going to learn how to be a real man someday. Tim Jones of Pookie. Tim, you're going to learn how to be a man today. I'm going to make you into a man today. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to be a man today. All right? We're going to teach manhood into you today. Because obviously you don't have it. So what you're going to need to do is listen to this stream back at the start. And what did I tell y'all? I upset these guys just as much as women get upset with me. Right? Right? These guys are hurting. They're hurting. But you're going to hurt even more with the information that I'm going to be providing this week in my live streams.
You'll upset the bums rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, they're quite upset, man. They're quite upset. And Tim, you're going to learn how to be a real man this week. I'm going to be teaching manhood this week.
Tim Jones is acting like Carmen Jones. Feminine tears of joy.
The truth hurts whether it's male or female, man. I'm always upsetting one of these guys that are males and they live off women, preferably women with low self-esteem who are hurting. And I always check these guys and put them in their place. That's why they get so mad. Tim, you're not a pimp. You're a simp. You're not a pimp. You're a simp. And Tim, I would rather be a nerd than be a broke bum living off my mother, okay? Or living off some insecure woman. I would rather be a nerd. I'd rather be a nerd. I'd rather be a nerd than a broke bum living off of my mother or living off some insecure woman that has like 5 or 6 kids by other women, by other men. Black empowerment. Why are you twerking for Tim Jones? This black empowerment person's out here, got his hands on his knees, and he's he's shaking it east and west for this guy. You got this guy, black simpowerment, and then you got Timmy. They both I guess one is cheerleading for the other. And this is the mentality I'm telling y'all. Whenever you tell these dudes the truth, they hate it. These guys were sitting in the cut because they thought I was going to go in on women. But as soon as I go in on them and I talk about how these guys like to switch hit, they like to deal with men and then deal with women, they get hurt, right? So you got black empowerment. He's cheerleading. He's twerking. You got Tim, who he says he's a pimp, but he's hiding his identity.
Black
he wants to call people nerds,
Tim Jones are hurt,
but here he is
joy.
looking for my attention of a nerd. You know, there probably are females. Who knows? Who knows? I'm telling you, I'm always able to draw that feminine energy out of males. You know, they were sitting in the cut just listening. They thought, oh, he gonna go in on women. He gonna go in on the women. Hey Tim, if you knew of some of the women that I speak to, I just speak to, bro. You would jump off the highest bridge, sir, because you would never have the opportunity to talk to those women. But yeah, these guys, you got one guy twerking for the other guy. Hands on this. Oh my God, man. What is the world coming to? You got these males getting upset when I'm just telling them they need to do better. They get upset. What's going on with that? What's going on with that, man? This is what is being bred in these communities. You got these guys who are being bred in these communities. These are the type of males you have being bred in the communities. You know? But that's just how they are. They get triggered, they get upset. And this is why, again, the topics that I'm going to speak about this week is really going to anger these guys the most. It's not really going to anger the women. It's going to anger these guys. And I hope it angers them and angers them and angers them to the point to where these guys are twerking for each other. They're cheerleading each other. You get them. You get them. But y'all got to understand, you're proving my point. You're proving to everybody watching that you're hurt, you're vulnerable, you're bitter, and you living off of a insecure woman. I've never lived off any woman. The only woman I've ever lived, I can say I've lived with, is my mother when I was younger. But when I got into my 20s, I got on my own. I wanted my own, right? And that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be, right?
Alphas make a way. Betas let women make them and then break them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And see, that's the difference. A lot of these guys believe that they're alpha males when really there's nothing alpha male about them. They can put alpha in their names. That won't work. They can brag about these mythical women that they don't get, because a lot of these guys perpetrate complete frauds, right? They perpetrate complete frauds. Okay, let's get these queens out of here. Moderators, get these 2 queens out of here. Get black simpowerment out of here and get Timmy out of here. Get these queens out of my chat. Get these attention. I've given you enough attention. Get these queens out my chat. I appreciate that. Now, I want to say this before I close this out. Because this stream wasn't even going to be that long. This wasn't even going to be that long. But I know that from my experience, when it comes to a lot of what I've seen from modern women, you got these two groups of people, right? You got women that actually are some that are actually making those changes. And then you got those that are not making any changes whatsoever. They don't think anything is wrong with them. They think that it's all in our minds, that we've created some storyline to put on them as if we're making up the things that we're saying about them. So, understanding that 2021, we have access to all types of information. We got all right, Divine God, to see you. We got access to all types of things that can better our life. There is no reason on God's green earth why you should be struggling to find out not only who you are, but what you're looking for as far as relationship is concerned. Right? So I hope y'all get that this week. I'm telling y'all, we're going red pill philosophy this entire week. We're going to start to teach the illogical. Oh, I know, Muhammad, and again, this is a show. This is a live stream. This is a show. I'll entertain a few people here and there. If I had the phone lines open, none of them would have called in. None of them. Y'all notice they say certain things in the chat. They never call in. Unless I'm talking about Trump, then they'll probably call in then. But we're gonna definitely go deep into it this week. We need to speak on the root of the problems that we have, especially in the melanated community, in regards to these illogical males who mentally are women, but outwardly they're males, right? Outwardly they're males, right? We're going to get into it this week. I'm going to anger some more of these people, I'm going to anger more of them. And let me tell y'all this. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Since I'm such a nerd, I'm going to bring some women onto the channel. And y'all are going to see just how effective I am by the types of people I talk to. I'll tell you right now, man, all I got to do is go and bring some of these women on here, because I know you guys, especially these males, they get me angry at everything I do. And you'll see how effective I am. You'll see how I have helped people. I've given them a little bit more clarity in their life. I've helped them understand certain things. And they'll never date males like you. The women that I've talked to, they would never date me. And that's what the problem is. These guys don't want me to wake up these women. Because if I wake up these women and tell them, listen, you don't have to date that bummy ass dude, they're getting upset. They're getting upset. They're getting in their feelings because of that. They don't want me to wake these women up. Well, too bad. I have women tell me every day how much they have woken up. Attractive women. Women, you dudes will try to fight over these women. You seen how they acted when I brought the young lady on my channel a couple years ago. Y'all seen how these dudes reacted? I could do that times 5. Man, I'll tell you right now, I'll embarrass them dating coaches you follow. Facts. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't want no smoke with the date, quote unquote, community.
Cool, these bums using women for food and shelter. Lol, fire.
Exactly, Councilor Murray, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, they don't want me to wake these women up. They don't want me to wake these women up. They want these women to continue to believe it's okay to deal with a broke ass, bummy ass, lazy dude, right? But I'm telling you right now, don't make me have to go into them contacts and bring on some of these female celebrities that you dudes out here be thirsting over in them comments on IG. Don't make me do it, no. Since I'm such a nerd, right? I'm a nerd on female nature. I'm a female nature nerd. Oh, man, y'all got me in here about so. You know, don't make me have to do that. I ain't missed yet. You know, I ain't missed yet. Having to come on here and tell them how, you know, great my content is and how they've learned so much. Don't make me have to do that. Because I'll do it. You know, just to flex when I don't even need to. But I can do it. All I need is motivation. Because I'll be busy doing other things. You know, I'm working on certain things. Y'all know I'm working on content. But if I really wanted to flex, I could. And it wouldn't be that difficult. It really wouldn't be that difficult. Especially these fake ass red pill, mentally feminine males that pretend like they're going their own way or the red pill. These guys are suckers. These guys are out here. They just out here thirsty, weak, cowardly, all types of shit. You know? Robert, it doesn't always take money to start a business. Robert, you can go and learn a skill trade and you can use that skill. There you have to buy certain, tools or whatnot. You can learn certain skills to where you will make money based off of your skills. Starting a business doesn't always necessarily include having a bunch of startup money. You can go and invest in stocks. You don't have to put that much money into stocks. It's just that a lot of you don't do any research. A lot of you really don't do any research. Now, the more money you're going to want to make, the more you may have to spend, but you'll be making money, right? But you can just learn how to do several different things. Buy things that you'll need. And you can then start to be your own businessman. But no, you don't need a bunch of startup money. You just need ideas. You need to have a plan. You need to have some skills. You can't, first off, you shouldn't be trying to start no business if you ain't got no skill set, for one. Learn a skill set. There's a lot of different things you can do. You don't necessarily need a whole bunch of startup money. Like, that's if you're trying to buy a business. Like, you trying to buy a franchise, you're going to need money, but you can go and invest. We're in an investor age. Everybody's looking to invest in either stocks or people are investing into Bitcoin. Take some chances, man. Take some chances. Take some risks. That's what you got to do. Hold up. Shout out to D Presley with the 5 on Cash Out. Appreciate that, man. All right. Let's see. All right. I think that was all of them. All right. Well, you know what? That's the thing, Robert. You gotta be creative. But you definitely need you need skills. You gotta have a skill set. You gotta be able to do multiple things. You gotta be able to be, Some people can rely on you. If they need something fixed, they call you. Get you some business cards. Say, hey, you know, I can do this and do that. Hand them your business card. Hand out your business cards, you know. That's where you can start. That could be your starting point. But you do need to learn certain things in order to build a base for yourself. And then you can go into other things. You know, get into hustles mode, man. There's always a hustle that you can do, man. If you're a guy who's a talented artist, a talented drawer, you could draw designs for t-shirts. Speaking of t-shirts, I got me a bunch of new designs, and I already put one new design in my Teespring store. Matter of fact, let me get a link to that. I have more coming. As a matter of fact, I got my Chat Elite shirt that I will be putting up soon. But I'm going to be putting some new designs in the Teespring store this week. All right, I'm put up one. And over the next couple of days, I'll put up some more. Because I told y'all I was waiting to get some new designs, right? I was finally able to do that. And you should be able to see it there. You should be able to see it there. Instead of these dudes coming in my chat trying to argue me, get a real job, real job. Learn some skills, make some money. You know, deal with women that ain't destitute. You know, but yeah, I got my first new design in the merch store, right? I got my face mask. What else? Hoodies, sweatshirt, regular tee. I just added one there. I will have more design. I already got the designs. I just have to put them in the store, you know. But yeah, man, learn some skills, man, and you'll be on your way. You will definitely be on your way. Don't let nobody tell you that it's going to take a bunch of money. No, it doesn't, man. Come on.
Focus is the key, gentlemen.
Exactly, see Truth, the Revelator. Appreciate it. So make sure y'all go to the Teespring store, man. The design should be in there. I believe it is. Let me check. I just put in there, was it last night? And it's called Logical as Fuck. Hold on. I get this on screen. Hold up. Okay, here we go. This is one of the first designs I put in there. Y'all can go and check it out at the Teespring store. You know, this is the first design. It's a play off of my Red Pill as Fuck shirts, right? It's a play off that. But y'all go and check that out. I have more coming this week. I got my Chat Elite shirts that I'm gonna be putting out too. All right. But salute to everybody that's here, man. This is a good live stream. Some good teaching. I'm gonna do more this week. I'm gonna do some more teaching this week. Okay. Yeah, man. Go over there and cop something. If there's not a color that you see that you like, just let me know. Hit me up an email. All right. But salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to y'all. All right. the moderators and members. Shout out to the patrons. If you're a Patreon now, make sure y'all go and check out the new video I put up today. If you aren't, go over there and do that. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. All right, go and check out the videos I posted today. All right, make sure y'all go and do that. All right. And until the next one, all right, I'll see y'all. Y'all take good care. And peace.